controversial ingredient in your beauty products. Now, when you find you have your beauty product, it is always advisable for you to take it up, turn it over, and read the ingredients. Now, they are ingredients that have been used for years in beauty products. However, there are some that people tend to be on the fence about. They're still in the beauty product. To each his own, is up to you if you're comfortable using that ingredient. Now, these ingredients that I'm going to talk about are some that most of you are familiar with. We're going to talk about paraben. We're going to talk about mineral oils. We're going to talk about petroleum jelly. We're also going to talk about sulfate and DPA. So if you're aware of any of these ingredients, go ahead and chime in. Now, most of you might not be aware of how these ingredients affect the beauty product that you are using, what it is used for. We're going to dive into that. And we're also going to dive into whether or not you watching have any issues with any of these products that we are using. Welcome to Weekdays with Khichi Beauty. It's a Monday, and Monday is a very rough day. I don't know for you, but for me, Monday tend to be rough. On a Monday, it's like I'm all over the place. Like I'm here, I'm there. I want to do this. It's Monday. I got to do this. I got to do that. Never ever have it together on a Monday. But guess what? It is for some people the most productive day. Did you know that? Because you get your rest over the weekend, and most time you get a chance to relax and think about what you're going to be doing for the week. So you start out Monday with a full force. On a Monday you can get all of what you have scheduled, get it done. By the time it touches the Wednesday, then people start to slack off a bit. But for me, I'm getting all wild up around about midday on a Monday. Now, welcome all our members to the chat today. We have Keisha, we have Jill, we have Magdalene, we also have Cynthia, we have Makeup for Haber, we have Sherry. I haven't seen you for a while, Sherry, the friendly, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, correct me. So what are your thoughts of, and do you really know what controversial ingredients are? Or have you ever really think about it before? Like, you buy yourself a moisturizer. Do you really think about, wonder what is in it? Or do you just focus on what it is used for? Like, this moisturizer is going to help me to get rid of wrinkles and fine lines. It's going to help me to, get rid of spots and blemishes on the skin. It's going to hydrate the skin. Most of the time, that is what we think about. Now, I have here in my hand papaya seed oil, and this is a papaya seed oil that I personally like to use. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to look for the ingredient. Now, this papaya seed oil, you see, I'm just turning it over to make sure that I don't miss anything. So let's read the ingredients that is in this. This is papaya seed oil. And the next thing, pure papaya seed oil, cold press carrier oil. There's no additives in this oil, no form of ingredient except the papaya seed. Absolutely nothing else is in it. All that we have here is papaya seed oil. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about. Now you can find other oils and you can turn it over and you can read, and it will contain ingredient such as a sulfate, or it might have ingredient such as a paraben. Okay, now when I come on my channel, most of the products that I use, I go for natural. That's the reason why I use a lot of oils, because most oils are just what it is, pure oil. But for other products, they use ingredients as a preservative, to help to keep it longer, to get rid of bacteria out of certain products, and also to help, like for instance, when you get a facial cleanser and it have all that sud to it, there's an ingredient that they use that is also a little controversial. Now let me hear your comment. The first thing I want you to do once you're watching right now, just comment on the chat to keep the chat active. Just tell us where you're watching from, and also tell us if it's your first time. Now, the first ingredient let me see if there's any question for me as yet. Not yet. Now, if you know anything about the first ingredient that I'm going to talk about, I would want you all to chime in. Now, let me just put it up really quick. I didn't get a chance to write my stuff in, to be honest, but it's not really hard to do so. Now, I'm going to add the first ingredient that is basically controversial. And there it is going across the screen. That is parabens. Parabens. Have you noticed this word on any of your beauty products? Paraben. Are you familiar with the word paraben? If you're familiar with the word paraben, then go ahead and comment. Paraben, paraben, paraben. Now, what paraben is really is a form of preservative. It is used in beauty products to help to keep away bacteria. It have to keep away molds from forming in your beauty products. Now, why is this a controversial ingredient? It's a controversial ingredient because people think that it is harmful. People think that whenever you use paraben on your skin, it might give you some form of a tumor. And we're just going to leave it at tumor. We're not going to dive into the big C words because that's what they're really saying. And, you know, because we're on this platform, we don't want to stalk, you know, the names out, but most of you understand what the big C word is. That is the reason why paraben is controversial. However, paraben has been around forever, okay? Forever, and it is everywhere, and I really do not think that it's going anywhere. The honest truth is, once the ingredient has been tested and it passed the FDA, it means that it is a small amount, a small percentage amount is okay. Most of these chemical, I'm going to use the word chemical, that is used in beauty products, it is the amount that is used is safe enough for the skin, and that is why it is still around. But if you are a person that you are going natural, you like everything natural, these are some of the words that you look to weed out whenever you are searching for your facial products or your body products on a whole. If you know anything about paraben, comment without using the C word. You know, we can use the word tumor on the channel. So if you know anything about that, comment right now. And if you didn't know what paraben was used for in your beauty products, now you know. It prevents bacteria, yeast. And if you know what yeast is something that forms over when things are getting bad or when things are fermented. It creates this form of a yeast. And like when they're making cheese and yogurt, that's the yeast, that natural yeast that is. So when you use the paraben in the beauty products, it prevents the yeast from forming. It prevents mildew from forming. It prevents mold from forming and any form of a bacteria. So it keeps the product life much longer. And as I said, the only controversial thing about it is that people think that, you know, it can cause other issue when you apply it on the skin, such as the big C. Any question for me, go ahead right now and comment. Now, Eileen, don't know if it's good or bad. Cynthia watching from the job in Riverdale. We have Sharon Torrey. I heard to stay away from them. And that is where the controversial comes in. And Magdalene is watching from DC, and Cynthia don't know anything about it. So now that you know, if you are all on the natural skincare journey, these are the word that, you know, that club, the natural skincare club, is all about. They are totally against certain ingredients, and that is why they go for 100% natural. I personally use products that contain paraben, but mostly I use oil on my skin, and most oils is gonna be pure, like this one, pure 100%. Now, if you have a question for me, go ahead and I'll take it, and then we're gonna move on. Sharon from Denmark, I asked you yesterday about the pigmentation I have on my neck. Please help me to get rid of that. Now, this show today is our weekday show. And on our weekday show, Sharon, most of the time we just, we have different topics. Like today, we're talking about skincare, but we're talking about skincare products. However, near to the end of the show, I am going to answer the question for you. So just let me get you the list of the controversial ingredients, and then we are going to address some of your skincare concern. If you have a concern about any of these ingredients, you want us to dive in a little bit more, comment. Now, if you're new to our chat, our midday chat, what we do on this, we talk about lifestyle. We talk about, everything that is going on, not necessarily only about skincare. However, today we're talking about ingredients that you should know, because we like to talk about ingredients on this channel. We like to talk about the good ones. So why not talk about some that people think are bad? Or even if you're watching and you feel that that is not for you, why not talk about it? So that is what we are doing today. Now, we have Lafuma, who is watching from Guyana. Now, I got rub oil on your skin, ensure and rinse off before you get out, and rub it on your face, but gently wash it off before you get out of the shower. And someone is really answering the question for me. So that is also very, very good. Now, let's move on, since we don't have any question about paraben. Very interested, didn't know that. Thank you. And that is why we're bringing this on today. So here we have methyl paraben is in my store-bought 98% aloe vera gel, and that is used to prevent, as I said, the mold and the bacteria from forming. Now, there are different types of paraben, and I'm gonna what happened? My voice just went, and I'm gonna talk about that a little later on. And if you notice, you said your store-bought is 98% aloe vera gel. It means that the 2% that is there is preservative. Okay, the 2% is preservative. How much methyl paraben? What's the percentage that you have in your aloe vera gel? Tia, if you have it right there now, and you can just pull it up and look and read it for us, let us know how much is in it. Whatever is in it is enough. It's a small portion that it shouldn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. But it's very, very interesting to know what percentage that you are looking at. Go ahead and let us know right now. Once you have it in front of you, comment. And if you're just watching and you have any idea or any suggestion, any tip, anything you need or want to know about paraben, go ahead and comment right now. As we said, it is antifungal. It keeps bacteria out of your beauty product. Now we are gonna move on. Let me see if there's another comment. And so Margaret, also retinol is known as a moisturizer. So Elaine want to know if retinol is known as a moisturizer. Now, I'm going to stray a little, guys. Bear with me, because I know that the skincare questions are going to be coming. So let me answer really, really quick about this. Now, retinol is vitamin A, okay? And most of you guys, you hear this all the time, but bear with me, it's very important. Now, retinol is known as vitamin A. Now, vitamin A is derived from fruits and vegetables, okay? That is where you get the vitamin A from. Vitamin A you find in bright colored vegetables. You find vitamin A in certain kind of oil. You find vitamin A in like fish, like salmon. You get vitamin A out of that. Now, vitamin A is what is used to make all your retinol cream. So it is really retinol. Now, retinol is a very, okay, let me start. You have retinol A, which is a very strong form of a vitamin A, and you have retinol, which is the over-the-counter one that you can go and get in any of your regular store. Now, the difference is the retinol A is very, very strong. The retinol is not as strong. However, it's not advisable for you to use it directly on the skin, and that is why you need to mix it with oil. Okay, so that's why they use the vitamin A to add to moisturizer. So today I have a video to post, another video using the vitamin A, which is retinol that I'm using, and I'm mixing it with like aloe vera gel and some other ingredients. Stay tuned. I'm going to post it after this. So to answer the question, is retinol known as a moisturizer? It's no. It's no. It's vitamin A, okay? But vitamin A is used in your moisturizer to create a retinol-based moisturizer. I hope I explained that, and I hope you get it. If you didn't understand, just let me know, like you're not so clear what I'm saying. The vitamin A is really retinol. However, when it comes onto beauty products, if you use any ingredient that you want your customer, that you want the consumer to know that is in it, you can list it on. So you can use vitamin A in a moisturizer, and you can list it as anti-aging moisturizer. You can, depending on the percentage that is in there, you can also use vitamin A in a moisturizer, and you can list it as retinol, because the vitamin A is really retinol. So when you reach for your moisturizer, it might say a retinol, but it's really vitamin A, okay? And it might say anti-aging, and it contains retinol, and it might contain, like, say, aloe vera gel, and it might contain other form of oils that makes it complete. But because of percentage wise, you can just list it. Let's say I pour some, like the cream I'm making that I'm going to share with you later on today. I could actually add list it because of the amount of vitamin A that I'm using in it. I can actually title it retinol anti-aging moisturizer. Okay, I hope you get that and understand. Now, Eileen, let me hear your question. Oh, that would be helpful. You said to let me know you mix up, you make a moisturizer with olive. Yes, that is going to be posted tomorrow, not tomorrow, this evening on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Now, if you're just joining, we're talking about controversial ingredient. I know this probably was going to be a little rough topic, but it's good to know what is, what people think is not good for your skincare product. And it's also good to know what is in it. When you turn over your skincare products, it's good to know that you can understand some of the ingredient. Most of the time, when we finish the first 2, 3, we don't know the rest of stuff. We just look at it and be like, yeah. So what I'm trying to do is to break it down for you even further for you to understand. So if you're just joining, we just talk about paraben, okay? And paraben is an antifungal ingredient that is used in your beauty products to keep it from getting mold and mildew and yeast, and also to prevent bacteria from forming. Now, 2 ingredients that you can use that can help to get rid of bacteria from your beauty product, especially your DIY, that are really, really good. Probably not as good as the paraben, to be honest, but it will have to keep your beauty products a little longer. One is vegetable glycerine, and I use that a lot on the channel. Vegetable glycerine acts the same way as paraben do. However, when it comes on to shelf life, the paraben will help to keep that product much, much longer than the vegetable glycerine. For most like vegan and most health beauty products, that is what they use, the vegetable glycerine. Another ingredient that we use on this channel a lot, that is good replacement for the paraben in your natural DIY, is vitamin E. Vitamin E oil also helps to prevent bacteria from forming in your DIY. It helps to prevent yeast and mold from growing, okay? It's not gonna keep it as long as the paraben, but you will get a longer shelf life, at least 3 to 4 days in your DIY. However, for your store-bought, you will also notice if it does not contain paraben, it's going to contain some form of a vegetable glycerine. So start to take note of that. If you have any question, go ahead and ask right now, because we're going to move on to our next controversial ingredient. Now, the next controversial ingredient, let me write it in really, really quick, since I didn't get a chance to prepare my notes. So this one, we are gonna not scroll this. We're just gonna put it up there. That is, oh my goodness, I think we make a mistake with that. So let's take that out, and let me write it ignore that, guys. That's a typo in that one. We're gonna fix it really, really quick. We can fix it. So this is a new program that I'm using, so bear with me. All right, so it's fixable and it should be up now. So that is here it is, where it is. Okay, there you go. Here we have our next controversial ingredient, sulfate. And I know a lot of you have seen this in your beauty product. If you know anything about sulfate, or if you have seen a sulfate and any beauty product that you're using, go ahead and comment. Anyone is familiar with a sulfate, comment. Now, where would you normally find sulfate? You would find sulfate like in your shampoo, your body wash, your soap, anything that creates sud. That is where you're going to find the sulfate. And I should have brought something here. No, I'm not going to be able to reach out. I should have bought something, but sulfate is common. Most products, when you turn it around, such as the shampoo, the body gel, the shower gel, the facial cleanser, you're going to see the word sulfate. And if you have one looking at right now, then you definitely will know. Well, what does sulfate really do? It helps to create the suddiness, when you rub your hands and all that foam that we like so much. That is what a sulfate is. What is controversial about sulfate is that sulfate works just like petroleum on the skin. It helps to lock the moisture in the skin. And when the skin is sorry guys, I'm not so good at watching notes, okay? I am no good at this note watching. But anyway, let's talk about sulfate. How sulfate work on the skin. I totally was reading something else. You see, that's why I like to just talk from what I know. So that's what I'm going to do as of now on. Just talk what I know. The way sulfate works on the skin is that people are saying that it's harsh. Harsh meaning that it will strip the skin, okay? And sulfate, honestly, you find it in the body wash, you find it in the shampoo, and that is what it's supposed to do. You wash your hair, you want it to get rid of the grease and dirt, right? You wash your body, you want it to get rid of the grease and dirt. However, too much sulfate will dry the skin out, and that is what people are against. Now, if your skin is too dry, the sulfate is preventing the sebum, it's preventing your natural oils to form on the skin. That is the controversial about a sulfate. Personally, it's just a small percentage, okay? It's just a small percentage, but in the natural world, they are trying to eliminate the sulfate from your shampoo, your body wash, and anything that you use that's going to give that little suddiness that we so like. If you know anything about a sulfate, comment. Now, let's see, Cynthia, I'm a little scared. Don't know anything about that also. No, it's not. It has been used in these things forever, and it's really not going anywhere. The thing is, when it comes on to modern technology, we're now weeding out a lot of things, and a lot of things are now highlighted. If you take, let's say, a vegan shampoo, I should have bring one here because I have one, and honestly, vegan don't have anything to do with sulfate, but because they are gearing towards natural, you're going to find that they would leave out things like paraben, and they would leave out things like sulfate from their beauty product. Their shampoo, because they don't want the sulfate to strip your skin of your regular moisture that your skin tend to generate. Now, any question, comment. Only notice, all right, someone just make a comment. Let me see what this is. Only notice in my shampoo. And that is what I'm saying. It's in the shampoo, it's in the body wash, it's in the soap, the shower gel, anything, your facial cleanser, that is where you're going to find that. However, not all shampoo have these ingredients. Not all, because people are trying to avoid using these ingredients because of just what we said, the controversial that is going on, not going anywhere, still going to be there, but more and more you're going to find your shampoo. As a matter of fact, it's a big deal out there when they're talking about sulfate these days. Notice if you are buying certain products, okay, now you're going to remember what's going on. When you're buying certain products, you're going to notice that it's going to be like sulfate-free, paraben-free. I'm sure you have seen those commercial, you've seen those around, products being advertised saying sulfate free or paraben free. This is the reason why, because people are trying to stay away. Remember, when it comes on to like the big C, a lot of people think that a lot of things, a lot of chemical compound that is used in beauty products and stuff like that create other issue to the skin. And that's why people are taking their time to make sure that whatever they're using is more natural, like 100% natural. So if it's natural, it means that it's not going to contain some of these chemicals. However, these are the chemicals that really keep these products lasting longer, like the paraben are giving your shampoo salt. Most of us, if you buy a shampoo and you use it to wash your hair and you're not getting any sud, what do we normally say? I want you to comment right now. If you're watching, you buy yourself a shampoo, you're using that shampoo in your hair and there's no sud. Tell me what you're going to say about this shampoo. Comment right now. Let's get the chat waked up. Tell me what you're going to say about your shampoo if it's not getting your hair soapy, soddy looking. Comment right now. Let me hear from you. Just comment. You can use 1 word, 2 words, 3 words. Let me hear what you would say. You get your shampoo, you're washing your hair, there is no sud. And I'm talking about not the first rinse. I'm talking about the second rinse, okay? Because most times the first rinse, first wash might not get all that suddy. What would you say if you're using your shampoo and you're getting absolutely no sud? Let's read some comment. I want you all to chime in. Where it said post a comment, go ahead, comment. Let me hear from you. Take part. Just make this fun today by commenting and let me hear. I really want to hear what you would say if your shampoo is not making your hair soapy and soddy. Now we have Claudia. It's not doing a good job. Cynthia, it's no good. Throw it out. Margaret, no, not doing the job. Sharon, not working. Karen, loving this. Thank you. And we have Astral, not clean. And Elaine said, I feel like it's weird, okay? And no good. Joyce said is no good. And that is the truth. That is the truth. If we unclean, Petra is saying unclean. If you find your shampoo not making that sud that you want, you're going to be like, it's no good. It's not washing my hair good. It's just not doing the job. We want that soap from it, right? There you get is the sulfate. Now, do they master that and find other ingredients that can create that sud? You bet they do. And very soon you're gonna see it around where you're gonna get this. And they are advertising. And my shampoo in my bathroom right now is sulfate free. Did I go and search for a sulfate free shampoo? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I just stumbled upon something. And when I was preparing for this show, I was like, well, wait a minute, mine don't have sulfate. But then I went and I bought some vegan shampoo. I'm not going to advertise it, what shampoo I'm using because it's not a sponsored video, but hopefully I'll reach out to them and see if I can, get that to share with you. Now, Elaine, I feel like I use more conditioner if I have no sud. And Kazana is not doing a good job. So we need that little sulfate. Well, back then, we think we need the sulfate for the sud. And before, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for them to weed out these controversial ingredients. But they're doing it. And as I said, if you take a look around you, you're going to notice that they're now posting stuff and they're highlighting it, paraben free, sulfate free, controversial ingredients that is in your beauty products. That is what the topic is if you are just joining. Some laundry product carry sulfate. Yes, it's same thing, the sud, okay? anything for the sun, that is what the sulfate does. If you have a question, go ahead and ask right now, and then we are going to move on. If you have beauty questions, hang on. At the end of me sharing these ingredients with you, I'll take some questions at the end of the show. So hang on in there and just let me get through my list. I am actually loving sharing these with you. On my channel, I want people to be rounded. I don't just want you to come on, watch my channel, and, you know, I do a lot of natural beauty products on beauty remedies on my channel, but I also would like my subscribers to be educated on exactly what goes on in the skincare world. I do understand some people watch because it's easily available in the kitchen. You can go, you can get your avocado, you can mix it up with a little milk, and you can use it on your face. I want you to know the reason why you're using that on your skin. I want you to know that when you're using this, it does not contain certain things. And one of the reasons why people use natural remedies, natural stuff they could whip up in their kitchen, is to keep away from some of these controversial ingredients. But you're not only using the natural stuff and not knowing why, okay? You need to know why. And you also need to know when you go out in the beauty world to buy your beauty products, you can actually, if you watch my channel for at least a year, now you should know how to go out, get a beauty product, turn it over, read the list, and basically know what is in it. You know, I teach people on my channel how to know what is the main ingredients in the beauty products, what comes first, the percentage. I've been there with all of you, and I know we have a lot of new people, so sometimes we will go over and just teach you how to read ingredient panel. Now you're learning some new words that is in your beauty products. You're learning about paraben, you're learning about sulfate. That does not mean that you're not using your DIY. We're switching. No, we're not switching, because it doesn't matter how much DIY you use, you still will have to buy something to put in those DIY. And you also will be able to read for yourself and share with others, what is right from what is wrong, what you think is good, what is not good, or even for yourself, what is it that you would like to weed out of whatever beauty products that you are using. Okay, now Margaret, this does not mean that the product give a cleaner result, and thank you for that. It doesn't mean that it give a cleaner result. It's just that we are so accustomed to the sun. Okay, we were taught that it need to be sunny, and when it is sunny, that is when it is doing the best job. Okay, that is when it is doing the best job. It is not necessarily so, okay? Not necessarily so. And you're going to find that you are now going to see, like shampoos and shower gel, that is not going to create all this foam, and your skin and hair is still going to feel clean. But think about it, way before technology has gotten to this stage, we are taught that our shower gel, our shampoo, our conditioner, well, the conditioner don't give much sun, but it's supposed to make the hair feel soft. But we're taught that these things supposed to, even our laundry detergent, if we're washing the clothes and we don't see that sun going on, we're thinking that it is not good. But it's really a myth that is not good. Now, Cheryl Nelson, I agree. You have taught us a lot. Thank you so much for that. Welcome to the chat, Lioness TV. Now, if you're just joining, what did you miss? We talk about paraben. We also talk about sulfate. And now we're going to talk about another ingredient that a lot of you might not know. Some of you know, and some of you don't know that this one is controversial. Now, I'm going to put it on the board right now. And as soon as I put it on the board, I want you all to comment. Let me know, did you know that this ingredient is controversial? If you know, say yes. And if you didn't know, say no. Did you know that this ingredient is controversial? If you know, say yes. And if you didn't know, go ahead and say no. Comment right now. Sorry, guys. This has been distracting me. All right, so comment. Let me hear from you right now. Anyone on the chat watching know anything about mineral oil comment. Let me hear you. All of you watching right now, it's easy to comment. You're going to comment yes or you're going to comment no. Very, very easy. Did you know that mineral oil is controversial? Let me hear you comment right now. Comment yes or comment no. Now, if you've been watching my channel, some of you should have known because I talk about this a bit. Mineral oil, and I'm going to refresh some of your memories why you know that mineral oil is controversial. If you're watching, you didn't know that mineral oil was controversial, go ahead and comment. Now, if you know anything about mineral oil, comment. Now, what is mineral oil used for? Mineral oil mostly is used as a lubricant, okay? A lubricant. And what is a lubricant? A lubricant had moisture to the skin, okay? A lubricant adds moisture to the skin. Mineral oil in your beauty products help the skin to lock that water in, lock the moisture in the skin. Why is it controversial if it is doing such a good job? Now, let me hear from you watching. Why do you think mineral, especially my old subscribers that has been here forever, let me know why you think mineral oil is controversial. Mineral oil is, yes, some people do use it as a laxative, but we'll talk about that another time. Now, mineral oil in your beauty products, that is, when you're using it in your beauty product, it is used as a lubricant, okay? It is used as a lubricant, and it helps to lock the moisture in the skin, to keep the skin from the water, allow the water to stay in the skin. Why it's do such a good job? Because I'm normally coming on my channel and I'm always sharing that, you know, this product that I'm using is going to lock that moisture in the skin and keep the skin hydrated, soft, and supple. Mineral oil basically do the same thing. Now, if you know why mineral oil is controversial, comment. No, Lauren, getting more as the response is yes and no. All right, so we are going to dive in. So no one is commenting why they think that mineral oil is controversial. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's controversial, and all my old subscribers that has been here forever is now going to have a big laugh. Mineral oil is actually made from petroleum. That is why it is controversial. Now, who is laughing? Who is laughing? Because I told you guys, this is something that I talk about on my channel a lot. Okay, mineral oil is getting a bad rap because it is made from petroleum. Now, this is the favorite one out of all that I chose. Now, how does petroleum works on the skin? Petroleum, most people know petroleum by the brand Vaseline. Okay, so when we talk about petroleum, we're talking about brands like Vaseline, right? Now, how does petroleum works on the skin? Most of us know how petroleum works on the skin because some of us grew up using it, like myself, and I not only grew up using it in my hair, but I use it also on my body. Now, when you have, let's see, didn't know, is absorbed in the, okay, so we're trying to get let me see, tell you, Chichi, tell you honestly true, I usually use the shampoo, but then it's clear, in JA, clearly remember. All right, so let me hear from you if you use petroleum. Now that I use the word petroleum, I know a lot of you are going to be like, yeah, petroleum jelly is controversial, okay? Just like the mineral oil. Now, here is where they are, and I'm going to get back to the petroleum jelly. Now, mineral oil is a byproduct of petroleum jelly, but mineral oil lock the moisture in the skin, used as a lubricant. Anything that you're lubing up is gonna have some form of a mineral oil, okay? Now, if it's lock the moisture in the skin and keep the skin hydrated, what is bad about it? Here is what is bad, okay? I don't really think it's bad, but this is what is out there. They're saying that it is bad because it's gonna over-hydrate the skin. Look it up for yourself. Mineral oils overhydrates the skin. The honest truth is, I didn't know that your skin could be overhydrated, okay? And if that is so, then growing up, my skin has been overhydrated all the time. Mineral oil is controversial because it's known that it's gonna overhydrate the skin, okay? Overhydrates. Don't ask me why, but that is what is out there. When the skin is overhydrated, it's not good. Anything in excess, whatever you're doing, is no good. But let's get back to the base of mineral oil, which is petroleum jelly. How many of you watching use petroleum jelly on the skin or have used petroleum jelly? That's the first question. How many of you watching have used petroleum jelly? First, I'm going to ask, and I want to hear, if you have used petroleum jelly anytime at all in your life that you can remember, comment right now. Let me see the chat move. If you have used, and if you have not, you can comment also and say, no, never ever use petroleum jelly. Comment right now and let me know. If you have never used petroleum jelly, and it could be a trick question, okay? It could be a trick question, so be careful how you answer my question right now. If you have not tried petroleum jelly on your skin ever, comment no. And if you have used any form of a petroleum jelly on your skin, go ahead and comment, okay? Go ahead and comment. I really want to see what you're going to answer me right now. You've never used it? Comment no, never use petroleum jelly. And you have used petroleum jelly? Comment yes, okay? Tell me if you have used the petroleum jelly. It's okay. The comment bar is there. Go ahead and comment. And the reason why I'm telling you it's a trick question, because a lot of us are using petroleum jelly and you don't even know that you're using the petroleum jelly, just like the mineral oil. Mineral oil is made from petroleum, it's petroleum based, and so is the Vaseline brand, which is petroleum jelly. We're not endorsing any brand, but most people know petroleum jelly as Vaseline, which is really the brand, okay? Now, I personally grew up using that Vaseline, that petroleum jelly, and I still do, in spite of the fact, and this is the reason why this one really resonates with me. I got so much backlash on my channel, and some of you don't know because you don't know what goes on the behind the scene. I got a lot of backlash on my channel for using petroleum jelly, and because my channel is about natural, bear with me, it's about natural ingredients, I am not supposed to use petroleum jelly because it is not considered natural. Now, most of my old subscribers watching now, it's going to come right back to you, because I spoke about this all the time. Now, what is really natural? What is really natural? Okay, we use clay. And I use a lot of clay on my skin because it helps to tighten that skin and keep the skin firm. If you have a lot of large pores on the skin, you have wrinkles on the skin, clay is really amazing for the skin. Now, where do we get this clay from? Do you ever really think about clay? You have all these different color clay. You have green clay, brown clay, pink clay, you have Moroccan clay, you have all these clay that they make in facial masks, a clay facial mask. I love me a good clay facial mask. Now, let me ask you, if you're watching right now and you know where they get clay from, comment right now. If you know where clay is, from to make these amazing clay masks, comment right now and stay with me, because I'm sure that some of you already know where I'm going with this. Some of you might not know. If you're just joining, we're talking about mineral oils, okay? Mineral oil, which is petroleum based, and we're just sharing some tips. Now, Elaine saying that clay is from the rocks. Anyone else want to guess where you get clay from? Clay that we use on our skin as our facial mask. Anyone want to comment? Clay is not controversial now. That is why I'm talking about clay. It is not controversial, but I'm going to get back. To petroleum. That's why I'm talking about clay. So, I'm gonna highlight to Donna. I'm gonna highlight to like, okay, someone is talking about another form of a clay, but Donna, you are trying to be funny this morning, okay? You can get the clay on Amazon. We're not advertising, guys. We're just having fun for an hour. So Jill, the dirt, and Verona, the dirt. And yes, that's what it is. Clay is really dirt. Believe it or not, clay is dirt. Dirt. Now you have different colors of dirt, right? Depending on the region. When, like in Jamaica, we have a lot of white clay. Like white clay. We do bauxite and all of that. And that area is red clay. That's clay, okay? Now, like in France, they have this area where you can find green dirt, and that is green clay. Morocco, you find the red clay, and that is from that area where you have that red dirt. It is really dirt, okay? Clay is really dirt. Now, when they get this clay, they take it and they make sure that they go through the dirt, and you really weed out what is not supposed to be in it, and there you have it. You find it in your beauty supply store or your beauty products, and you like a good clay mask, you use it. Now tell me, what is the difference between using a clay mask on your skin and using petroleum jelly? If you have any clue where I'm going with this, comment. What is the difference in using a clay mask on your skin and using petroleum jelly? Do you think clay is natural? Comment right now. Clay, do you think using clay on the skin, you're using a natural product on the skin? Now, if you want to comment really, really quick, because some of you understand where I'm going with this petroleum jelly. Now, clay is from the soil. Petroleum jelly is from the soil. Okay? Petroleum jelly is from the soil. I'm rooting for petroleum jelly here. It is from the soil, just like the clay. It is from the soil. When you get that oil from the heart, you put it through a process, and you make a lot of byproduct of that oil. Pitch oil, gasoline, petroleum jelly, and all these things are made from that oil that is coming from the dirt. That is coming from the dirt. Right now, like somewhere in Guyana, they came across this field of oil, and they're now drilling and all of that. Oil is petroleum jelly. Oil from the dirt is what is used to make petroleum jelly. Dirt is used to make clay. What is the difference? Petroleum jelly helps to lock the moisture in the skin. For me, everything that you eat, most things go through a process. Okay, when you get like the brown sugar is really coming from cane. They put it through a process to come up with all these granules. They take that oil from the ground, they put it through a process. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you know what? We probably don't need to watch this because she's endorsing petroleum jelly. I am just sharing, to each his own, but I'm just kind of enlightening you, and basically let you really think about these things, know where we're coming from. When you're going to jump on a bandwagon and you're going to be like, I ain't using petroleum jelly on my skin, you need to know why you're not using it. And that is why I'm breaking it down for you. You need to know why you're not using mineral oils, or you need to know why you don't have a problem using petroleum jelly on the skin. So now you know, for me personally, I don't have a problem with petroleum jelly. Anything that you use in excess, however, is no good. Just as though I don't have a problem using the clay on my skin, I don't have a problem. But for people that are all natural, and they're going to tell you that this, and petroleum jelly was one of the 5 that I have listed. They're going to tell you that it's going to clog the pores, okay? It's going to clog the pores. However, what it really does to the skin is to lock that moisture in the skin and keep the water from escaping the skin. And that is why I suggest you use if you have to use petroleum jelly, you use it on the skin at night. Preferably, you have dry, cracked feet, go ahead and use up that petroleum jelly to help to lock that moisture in the skin. Your hands are looking dry. You need your hands to be hydrated. You can rub this on your hands, or even the mineral. You know, most baby oil is made with mineral oil, which is big and broad on the bottle. mineral oil. Anyway, our time is cracking down, so we could actually talk about that another time. Now we have one more ingredient that I'm going to talk about really, really quick. And some of you might know the DPH, which you're going to see on some of the beauty products that you're using. We're not going to dive much into the DPA, but some of you, if you know what this DPA, very, very controversial. As a matter of fact, this is probably one of the most controversial ingredients that I have on the list today, which is the DPH. Now, where do you find this DPH? You tend to find it in like nail polishes, okay? Things like that you find in it. What does it really do? They are claiming, and nothing here is, oh my goodness, sorry about that banner that is going on around. Let me take it off. That was a mistake. Now they're claiming that it's, when it comes on to male, that it ender male from, I probably can say this on the chat, birth defect. I'm not going to dwell on it, okay? Birth defect, that is what they're claiming, and this is coming from the male end of the spectrum, DPH. And when the show is over, you can go and you can research the DPH yourself. I'm not going to dwell on it long, but it is one controversial ingredients which you're going to find in nail polish. When I was researching and going through, and I was thinking to myself, you know, this DPH, the most thing they're saying about it is with this birth defect, male, not female. However, how many males out there are wearing like nail polishes and stuff like that? But anyway, we're not going to dwell on it today because this chat would start to blow up and we could take it to the next level. But now you know a few of these ingredients. So we talk about paraben, we talk about mineral oil, we talk about sulfate, we talk about petroleum jelly, which was also on the list. Now, let me give you some more ingredients that are made from petroleum jelly. Glycol, if you have your beauty product, you could turn it over. You can look, you could see glycol. Now, glycol is also used in your finishing spray for your face. If you take a look on those, you're going to see the word big and bold in it. Your some facial toner, they also use glycol. However, they're vegetarian, vegan, they're healthy, natural, replacing it with vegetable glycerine. When I make my facial spray, I use the vegetable glycerine, but most store-bought, you're going to notice the word glycol. Another word that you're going to see, and some of you know this one, is percolene. Percolene, glycol, all of that is petroleum based, okay? And that was the trick question. That was the trick question for you watching today. When I asked you all to tell me if you have ever used any form of a petroleum on your skin, I wanted you all to comment, because I know somewhere along the line, some of you are using petroleum without even knowing you're using the petroleum, because you don't know the byproducts. And the byproducts are like the mineral oil, the glycolene, propylene glycol. Those are the words that you look for, and all is petroleum based. Now, I promise that I'm going to take some skincare questions. If you're just watching, what did you miss? What are the 5 controversial skincare ingredients? We have paraben, and you can watch over the show if you're just joining. We have paraben, we have mineral oil, we have sulfate, and we have the DPH, which is on, and we also have petroleum jelly. Now, if you have any question for me, and I could also do another show and bring you a few more words, by the time you finish watching my show, you would have been good to go when it comes on to skincare products. Now, if you have any question for me, go ahead and comment right now, whether it is about these controversial ingredients. If also, let me hear from you. If you're still watching, did you learn anything today? Because I want this to be a learning, experience for my subscribers. I want you to be even more rounded than other people that going out there and buying all the nice fancy, beauty products. Nothing is wrong with that, because we all want to be at that stage where we can really buy nice things, but we also want to know what is in it. You're getting a weapon. It doesn't matter. Oh, we shouldn't use that word, but YouTube, please understand that's not what I mean. Like, you know, certain words we don't use over here, I know, but I'll tell you tomorrow if I get a little it just by mistakenly using that word. But you're getting something that you can have go out there and, you know, no, I don't even know how to put it without you, but you guys understand what I was saying. You're getting something, a foundation that you can carry with you to know what, wherever you go. And it doesn't matter your pocket. Even if your pocket is very low or your pocket is very high, these information are vital when you go out there in the world, in the marketplace, to get your beauty products. Now, let me see if I asked a question. Did anyone use, yeah, shea butter is good. Shea butter is natural. Okay. Shea butter is all natural. However, if you're buying a beauty product that contains shea butter, you still have to read the ingredients list because it might have some paraben to preserve it, to keep bacteria out of it, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. Or it might just have vegetable glycerin or vitamin E oil, which is what you need if you're trying to stay away from paraben and petroleum jelly, mineral oil, DPH and sulfate and percolene glycol and stuff like that. Now, Maureen, I use baby oil a lot on my skin. We all do. Mine is natural. Thank you. And that is Aliyat. All right. Amina, yes, I did. Why some people say baby oil is not good for the skin? That is it. Mineral oil. That is it. It is because of the mineral oil. As a matter of fact, I don't have a baby oil to look at right now, but nowadays they have a wide variety of baby oils. Please note that. Now you can start to look and see like the newfound baby oil, but back then baby oil was just pure mineral oil. Okay. And mineral oil is made from petroleum jelly. Now, why baby oil was made with mineral oil back then? It's just what it said it does. It have to lock that moisture in the skin. You want to keep that baby skin from drying because of the constant, you know what the baby do in their little diaper and stuff like that. So that is where the controversy comes in. Now, let me take some question. It's question time. We have about 4 minutes. And if you like this kind of topic, I know some people struggle with this kind of topic. Believe it or not, some people struggle with this topic. They don't want to hear it. Okay. They don't want to hear it, but I got to drop it in once in a while on my channel. I feel it's fair for you, not because you're just watching natural remedies. You should know things. Okay. You should know things. And that's why I bring this kind of topic from time to time. What products keep the shea butter mold, hard mold together without melting? What products keep the shea butter hard mold together without melting? I honestly not sure what is going to keep it hard, because the thing about a shea butter is once it is exposed to heat source, it's going to melt. Once it's exposed to heat source, they have some form of citric acid, sorbic acid. I think that's what the word I'm looking for. That is an ingredient that is gonna keep the consistency more firmer. Now I got it. Sorbic acid. You can actually look it up when you are finished with the show. All right. So any question for me? Go ahead and ask. Does coconut oil work just as better than Vaseline? Does it keep you hydrated? Coconut oil mimic the petroleum jelly. Yes. Coconut oil mimic the petroleum jelly. Whenever I make a beauty product, anything like for the feet, dry skin, cracked ears, and I use petroleum jelly, I always suggest, if you are not a petroleum jelly fan, go ahead and replace it with coconut oil, because it acts the same way on the skin as the petroleum jelly. However, they figure that somehow the coconut oil is lighter, believe it or not, lighter than the petroleum jelly. So it will not over hydrate the skin. It will just give the skin enough hydration to keep it going. Any other question you have? Comment. So someone is talking about how to keep it. Now, Sharon, I use petroleum on my skin every day. It's okay to use every day. And to each his own, yes. Now, let me share a quick tip with you, tell you something about petroleum jelly. And you're going to start to see a lot of petroleum jelly. I've been talking about this on the channel a lot of late. And you can also go and YouTube right here, and you're going to see it everywhere now. Here is the trick. When I make petroleum jelly base on my channel, I always suggest, preferably you use it at night. You put your foot in a socks and you keep it, or you overnight mask, you leave it on the skin, rinse off in the morning. There's this word going around. Some of you is familiar, some might not be. Slugging. If you see the word slugging anywhere, guess what that is? If you know what slugging is, some of my subscribers are supposed to know what slugging is, because we've been talking about it. If you know what slugging is, go ahead and comment right now. Slugging. If you know what slugging is, comment right now. Slugging. Anyone know what slugging is? Comment right now. All right. So product with mineral oil is not face for, to each his own. Products with mineral oil is not going anywhere. Okay, it's not going anywhere. What we did today, we're just sharing ingredients that are controversial. Controversial meaning some people think it's okay and some people think it's not okay. So that is where the word controversial comes in. If you have been using mineral oil on your skin forever, you have no problem using it, I don't see the reason why to stop. Okay, if you're comfortable, that's fine. It's just that when it comes onto the natural world, these are the ingredients that people think that you shouldn't be using on your skin. However, it's not, a bad thing to use it. To each his own. I have no problem using mineral oil on my skin, and I am a natural junkie. Okay, I'm a natural junkie. I have no problem using petroleum on my skin, and I'm a natural junkie. The honest truth, for me, I don't think petroleum is not natural. It is coming from the dirt. That's why I talk about the clay. And I think anything from the dirt is natural. Okay. So that is where it's not made in a factory. Yes, the process, just like you get sugarcane, it's the same process. They put that oil through and come up with all these variants from the oil. So definitely for me, but that is for me. All of these thoughts and opinions are mine. Okay, these are mine. You don't have to agree with me, and that's why I give substitute. When I use petroleum on my channel, I suggest you don't want to use the petroleum, you use the coconut oil, because some of my subscribers, they're all into the natural, and I want to make sure everyone is comfortable. Okay, now thanks for the response. I still petroleum jelly to this day, and I do too. GH, petroleum is great with feet and hands. Okay, so we were talking about slugging, and I was asking if there's anyone watching that know what the slugging is all about. If you don't know what the slugging is, I am going to tell you what slugging is. Now, slugging, they're now using, and who is using this? All these celebrities, and everyone is getting on the bandwagon. They're using petroleum jelly. The same petroleum jelly that a couple of years coming on, we're told that it's controversial on the skin. They're now using it on the skin. Now, what are they using the petroleum jelly to do? They're slugging. Now, what is this slugging? Slugging is simply taking a scoop of petroleum jelly, paste it all over your face and your neck at night. You're sleeping with it. Listen, guys, and research this when you're done, or go on YouTube and watch a slugging video to know what I'm talking about. You're going to bed with petroleum jelly over your face and your neck. And even if you're looking for it on your hands, you can put it on your hands. You're sleeping with it. And when you wake up in the morning, you're rinsing it off. You're washing that petroleum jelly off. Why are they doing this? Because they're waking up with fully hydrated skin. Okay? That's why, to each his own. If you believe in something, do not let someone tell you otherwise, because beautiful skin. Now we say it all the time, the petroleum jelly have to keep the skin hydrated. So slugging is giving your skin a dose of hydration while you sleep. Your oils and your water from the skin is not escaping the petroleum jelly. Keep it in place, and then when you wake up in the morning, your skin look refreshed, hydrated, and ready to go. So that's all I have to say today. And please research, look it up, go watch a video. I don't have one up using, I should make one, slugging, and go through the whole process for you guys. I promise I'll try to do it probably in the summertime, and you get a little idea of what this slugging is. But I hope you learned something today. Today is Monday, and it's Weekday with Khichi Beauty. Join us tomorrow for another topic. We might come with something else. So come on, Monday to Thursday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, for another in our series, Weekdays with Khichi. If you're doing our skincare challenge, we're going to be on tonight. So come back 7:30 p.m. I'm going to go post a video now. And this video is a moisturizer. It's a moisturizer that you're going to use on your skin overnight. Very, very interesting. It's gonna not only hydrates the skin, but it is also gonna lock that moisture in the skin. I have an ingredient in it that's gonna do that and keep the skin hydrated, firm, and younger looking. So watch out for the video. It's gonna be up in about an hour, and come back tomorrow for another in our series, Weekdays with Khichi. Thank you for watching. Be good to yourself, and I will see you tomorrow. And thank you, Claudia. You bring you such informative topic. Love. You are so down there. Thank you so much for that. With that said, I am out of here. Bye-bye. And